There was utter pandemonium outside the university building as ambulances carted away the injured. Police have now confirmed 14 students dead, all women.
I will never forget it. On December 6, 1989, I was working as a reporter in the Parliament Hill Bureau of the CBC. And we found out late in the day that someone was killing women at L'École Polytechnique. We learned, of course, that that was the Montreal Massacre. Marc Lepine separated the women from the men. He shot 14 women, shot and killed them. He injured another 10. And the next day, we all came into the bureau, and every woman in that bureau said that was violence against women. And every man in that bureau said, no, it wasn't. Women were killed, and that's terrible, but that's not violence against women. To this day, I am stunned by that because it represents the fact that the women saw it. As women, as female journalists, we saw what the male journalists did not see. That massacre is now widely seen as an act of misogynist terrorism, and it represents violence against women in our wider society. And in fact, gender-based violence continues to increase. I don't think people understand how this kind of violence follows the survivors long after they've managed to escape their abuser. It took me 40 years after I left my own abusive marriage in my early 20s to talk about it publicly because of the shame I felt. But in fact, the shame is not yours to carry if you are a person experiencing intimate partner violence. That belongs to the person doing the abusing. And we need to be able to speak out about what happens to us, and we need to have the people around us listen. And that is why Interval House is so essential in this mix, because of all of the supports and services it offers. Interval House has been around the longest, and in that time it's really figured out how to help survivors of intimate partner violence. It offers programs, financial planning, career planning, how to find housing, how to get children on their feet as well, how to find a way to be a self-sustaining family unit where you can move forward with joy and a sense of a future rather than fear. When you see the statistics of how many people have been helped at Interval House, you realize you can make a difference. Because behind every number is a person, a story of a family. And your donation to Interval House has an impact on those individual families looking for a future. Interval House is more than a shelter. It's a safe place to begin again. It is a place to get a fresh start. Everyone deserves to live a life of peace and safety. Let's break the cycle of violence against women for good.